We've all been there. You look around your craft space and think, when did I get so much stuff? How am I going to use it all? Hi, I'm Jess from JessCrafts.com, and I'm here to help you make the most of your crafty supplies and time. Today, let's rethink our buying habits to keep us from being so overwhelmed in our craft room. Right before I sat down to script this video, I spent an hour cleaning up my craft room, including putting away new items. While I think being organized is really important to my crafty workflow, I definitely thought to myself, wouldn't it have been better to spend this time crafting instead of managing my craft stash? Today's questions are designed to help you reframe your buying decisions, and I hope some of them give you a perspective you've never heard before. So here's a list of questions to ask yourself before you check out at your favorite online or in-person craft store. Question number 1, do I already have something like this I could use instead? We all have favorites. Maybe it's a favorite holiday, season, animal, flower, occasion. The possibilities are endless. I have a much harder time resisting Halloween-themed items than floral stamps. In fact, I can't remember the last time I personally picked a floral stamp for purchase, although I enjoy working with them for design work. So know your weak spots and keep a running list of the kind of products you have for those themes that you overbuy for. It may be easier to resist buying the 7th Halloween paper pad this year if you have tracked that you already bought the other 6. However, if you find yourself with an overflowing stack of pattern papers, be sure to subscribe or go to jesscrafts.com and download some of my paper busting templates. I love to make cards with pattern paper, but my templates show you how to do it without making scraps so you can actually tackle that stack of gorgeous paper. Similarly, even if it's not a favorite, you may be tempted to buy another butterfly-themed item because your mom loves butterflies. Notice these are all very real examples of actual things I've done because I too love to buy new craft supplies. But then you remind yourself you actually have 2 butterfly sets at home you haven't even made her a card with yet, or that even if you used all your butterfly products on cards before, there are always new techniques you can try with the same set. Or, well, actually, she also likes cats in the color pink, so you could probably make her a non-butterfly card as well. And hi, Mom, since you're probably watching. Thanks for supporting my videos. Question number 2. Do I even craft for this occasion? This may sound like a silly question. We want to be ready for any occasion, but we will all only attend so many graduations, weddings, retirement parties, etc. in our lives. Sure, Easter comes around each year, but do you actually know a lot of people that you would send a card to? If you see a really beautiful wedding stamp set, but you don't have any weddings in your calendar, remember that the more generic congratulations sentiment die from your stash will do if you need one last minute. You can also consider buying a digital product for these less frequent occasions. A digital stamp or graphic is often less expensive and doesn't take up any physical room. I love to go to Creative Fabrica for my digital images because they have frequent sales and freebies, so I can probably find an image for a specific occasion at a very reasonable cost. I'll link some graphics for less frequent occasions in the video description in case you want to add them to your favorites for the future. Question number 3. Do I have time to craft with this item in the next month? The first 2 questions are to help you decide if you even want to own a particular item because some things just don't have a place in your stash. You are not the only person to buy something and find that 2 years later it's never been used even though you really liked it. So I propose you ask yourself, do I have time to craft with this in the next month? New fun items are being introduced all the time, and if budgets allow, we can all buy faster than we can craft. Consider whether you realistically have time in the next month to use an item. Maybe it's the holiday season and you're very busy with parties, holiday crafting, and festive activities. So this really cute floral stamp is just going to be sitting waiting for you until maybe January or February when life slows down. With that in mind, add it to a wish list instead of your cart. You almost always can come back for it, and by the time you do, you may realize that you don't want it anymore, or the store may be running a sale and now you can purchase it at a discount. Question number 4. Does this feel like a good use of my crafty budget? We all have a limit on how much we can spend, and it can be very different, but it's still an important consideration. Buying an excessive number of smaller items can make it hard to save for the bigger ticket items we might really enjoy. Personally, I rarely buy a coordinating die set because I have a scan and cut and I don't mind fussy cutting. But when I wanted to buy the expensive machine, the Scan and Cut, I had to stop buying other things for a few months to save up. If you've always been curious about how a scan and cut works for cutting stamped images, or you have one collecting dust, I'll leave a link to an older video where I share how my machine works. Maybe you've really wanted an expensive coloring medium like Copics, and while they are expensive, you can probably get 2 or 3 markers instead of another stamp set. The markers are refillable and will help you enjoy the rest of your stamp collection for years, but you will probably have stopped using most of your stamps after only a few months. If you have a goal for a bigger ticket item or set, it can help you to stay more focused when facing smaller purchases that affect your overall budget. Question number 5. Can I think of 5 projects to make with this? Hopefully at this point you've eliminated a few items that are a more obvious bad fit for your stash. So this final question is a test for the items that you still want to purchase after asking the first 4 questions. I've also heard this advice on numerous occasions, but it's not the first question I would ask myself because I think it's almost too easy. Can you think of 5 projects you use this on? Well, we're creative people, and so the answer is often yes. But I would suggest that when you do this step, open up a notes app on your phone or a small notebook and actually write down the ideas. That way, when you get the product in hand, you can remember what you wanted to do with it. I love using Google Keep for this because I can organize my notes or search for them, and it's free to use, but use whatever you're comfortable with. The next time you are tempted to add to cart, even though you know your stash is a little overwhelming already, ask yourself these 5 questions. Do I already have something like this I could use instead? Do I even craft for this occasion? Do I have time to craft with this in the next month? Does this feel like a good use of my crafty budget? Can I think of 5 projects to make with this? Hopefully, these will help you pick products that are better suited to your unique situation. If you have another question or technique that helps you to keep from buying items that aren't a good fit, please let us know in the comments. If you haven't already, consider subscribing because I focus a lot on using and enjoying the supplies we already own. If you found this video inspiring, here's another video where you can find more ideas for enjoying your crafty time and supplies. Let me know you like this video with a share to your crafty community, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the next template or tutorial, and check the video description for product links. See you in the next video!